Alright, so in this video our goal is to draw the graph of the polynomial function that's on the screen. And so the way we start when we go to look at the graph is we're going to start with the end behavior of the function. And so we've got to look at the leading coefficient, which is -1/2. And the degree of this polynomial is 4 because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 factors that contain x. There's one here, 2 here, and then another one here, and so the degree is 4. And when I have a negative leading coefficient and even degree, my polynomial is going to open downward, both on the left and on the right. And then the other thing we want to look at is the zeros and the multiplicity of each zero. Now the zeros should be pretty easy to see in this case because we can see the factors, right? So if x minus c is a factor, if x minus c is a factor of a polynomial, then we know that c is a 0. So really, there's not really much work to do to get the zeros in this case. The zeros are going to be 2, -1, and 1. And the multiplicity of those zeros comes from the exponents that sits on these factors. So this factor has exponent 1, so the multiplicity of this guy is 1. Multiplicity of this guy is 2. Multiplicity here is 1. This exponent is 2, which gives us the multiplicity. This exponent is 1. So these are the multiplicities of each 0. And with that, we can get a pretty decent idea of what the graph looks like. So if we go to attempt to sketch the graph, what we can really do is think about where our zeros are, which, let's see, at -1, -1, 1, and 2. And so I start working my way from left to right. Now, the first 0 that I'm going to come to is -1, right? Left in behavior is that I point down. Since the multiplicity at this first 0 is even, I'm going to bounce off the x-axis and turn around. Then at some point down here I've got to turn back around and come to this next 0, which is at +1. The multiplicity is odd, so I'm going to cross through. And then again at some point up here I've got to turn back around to go to my next 0, and at x equals 2 the multiplicity is odd, so I cross through, and that takes me to my right in behavior, which is also down. So again, we didn't get a exact picture of what this polynomial looks like, but we got a pretty good idea just by looking at the zeros and the multiplicity of the 0.